Okay, this video could go either good or bad. I'm open to other opinions too. I don't shy away from other opinions. So I mean, there's going to be people who don't agree with me and I'm fine with that. I want to talk about this, right? The down bad shit that's going on in the gaming community, in the gaming sphere. We got to cut that shit down. I'm going to be honest. So when it comes to games, right? There's a group of people get very upset when their favorite, I wouldn't even say their favorite, because a lot of them, they probably not even their favorite, but when their female character does not have the right breast size, butt size, they're not attractive enough, they tend to crash out, and I just don't get it. I'm trying to, actually no, fuck it, because like nowadays you kind of gotta walk on eggshells a little bit when you're talking about this discussion. I'm gonna just say what I want to say. This shit shouldn't even be like a political, social thing. It's a fucking video game. Like for instance, when I was playing MK9, like people would be really pissed off if Katana doesn't look the most attractive, if she doesn't have like skin tight clothes and isn't as revealing. To me, I just don't get the whole idea of that. One, it proves that you a goon, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it proves that you a certified gooner. If it's really bothering y'all that Scarlet, when she was in MK11, when Scarlet was like fully clothed, if that shit really bothers you,
go to Rule 34, bro.
It's that simple. I'm not I don't get it, bro. I don't see nobody complaining about Overwatch. The Overwatch fans, they already know that they good, bro. When it comes to this whole discussion, I don't hear shit from the Overwatch fans. You know why? They know why. Flash out? Oh my god, he a goon. Flash out? Oh my god, he a goon. Most of my examples is going to come from Mortal Kombat. That's just the obvious one that I can pull from because I've seen it the most. The whole debacle with MK11, a lot of the females was clothed in that, and I thought that it was weird, but that's it. That it didn't get no deeper than that. I didn't feel like they was pushing any agenda. I didn't like, none of that shit crosses my mind because it's a video game. It's not that serious. You're gonna have people that have all different types of viewpoints, but this shit just doesn't make sense to me. I'm not getting mad at Ed Boon and be like, yo, why is Katana's left nipple uncentered? What are y'all doing, bro?
Katana's titties.
That's not my mindset. My mindset is, yo, what's going to be Katana's lore? What's going to be her interactions with Liu Kang? How is she going to move the plot line forward? That's literally my mindset. What's Katana's cool fatality going to be? Are they going to add some new moves to her? What's Mileena going to do? I feel like the only character in Mortal Kombat that should be dressing more sexual and provocative should be Mileena. It makes sense. It's in her character. She uses her body to seduce people to get what she wants in order to, like, you know, she uses the blessings she got from Katana and uses that in her favor. You feel me? That makes sense. That literally makes sense for a character. But when we're just wanting Sonya, a soldier, to be walking around like she did in MK9, the shit just doesn't make sense. I hate that I can't talk about my passions without having to walk on eggshells because certain people get offended at whatever. When it comes to like the woke shit, that term has been fucking destroyed. Back in the day, this discussion that I'm talking about right now, this shit is not a woke discussion. This is just video game characters. Why can't we go back to that? There could be some agendas. There could be, like, I'm not saying that there isn't, but what proof do we have? This has been like a trend with a lot of games, I realize, and I think it's more of a technical thing, but again, I'm not in the gaming industry. I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion on it. There's a lot of games that when they make a female in the game and like they scan her face and shit, the female is way more attractive in real life than she is in the game. I do see that a lot, and the shit does confuse me, and I don't get why they do that. My mind doesn't go to like, oh, they're just trying to make her ugly. They're pushing an agenda. That's just not where my mind goes. I just think like, oh, maybe technical difficulties or some shit. Maybe they'll tweak it, the game's in beta. They did that shit with MK11. Like when MK11 was like in its beta stage, I think it was even before its beta. When we was first getting trailers of it, I remember Cassie looked rough. Cassie looked rough and they had to tweak and fix her face. I feel like they did the same thing for MKX. And for Mortal Kombat, the females always, they finally started getting the females right in MK11. The females always looked rough in Mortal Kombat. I mean, MK9, everybody was proportioned wrong, but the females was proportioned terrible. And same thing with MKX. MKX, it seems like all the females had, well, MK9, they all had the same thing too, but like, they all had the same build. Small face, petite body, and like, that's it. And like, they all had like this scrunched up face in MKX. I don't know. All the females look ugly on MKX. Like, they all look goofy in some way. But that's not why I played the game. That's not like, I'm not playing the game for that, bro. I do understand some frustrations on some things. I feel like there's bigger things to be pissed off about than what a character is wearing. Like, they're not even talking about like the bugs and the glitches. I already played Dead or Alive 5. If y'all into that type of shit, bro, there's games for that. Go on Steam. I promise you, you'll find those games. You'll find those games. Go play that, do what you gotta do, then come back to reality. Hopefully these people, they don't be like bringing these arguments up in real life. I feel like y'all probably scaring the hoes. Like, I'm gonna be for real. Come on, bro. Like, gamers, we have a history of scaring the hoes, and I would like y'all to stop. Like, instead of doing this, bro, real talk, y'all need to go get some bitches, bro. Y'all gotta do something to occupy y'all time. If y'all sitting here like, they don't have, you're not showing enough cleavage.
Is this nigga serious?
People go to sleep thinking about this shit. Go get some bitches. It had to be said. I don't know what else to tell people, bro, because I feel like that's all it is. Y'all mad because y'all can't see the jiggle physics, bro. Y'all gotta get over that. I'm glad that it's not like the general audience of gaming, a small little community on like the other side of the gaming sphere, so I'm glad about that. But it was a video I was watching. I'm paraphrasing really, but he was covering this dude that was talking about doing the Dark Ages, and the female that was shown wasn't up to his standards, and he completely crashed out. Apparently this dude has a history of doing this. It's a character that only showed up for like 2 seconds in a teaser trailer. Things could always get reworked and redone, and they could tweak things and make it look better, and that could just be how she looks. I'm gonna see if I can find the picture, but she doesn't look, nothing about her looks wrong. It just doesn't, hey, maybe she ain't your type. This is what a female looks like. I feel like a lot of these dudes is expecting female characters, all female characters, to look like supermodels. A point that I didn't even think about, and what makes it immediately fall on its ass. Doom is about hell invading Earth, demons and monsters and creatures literally invading Earth. I wouldn't expect a female warrior in this franchise to look like a supermodel. That's just what makes sense to me. You know, I wouldn't think that she would look like, you know, Beyonce when like Earth is destroyed. Ain't nobody to really look pretty for, you know, because everybody's dead. Going back to Mortal Kombat, back then it was a different time. I get it. Even the industry was different. There's a lot of shit that they just allowed females wearing the revealing clothes and shit like that. Like, all of that thing, I get it. Early 2000s, I was around in that time. I understand. That's just how it was back. Just because that's how it was don't mean that's how it should stay. Before Mortal Kombat 1 came out, I remember there was a whole bunch of controversy about Tanya because her face model looked ugly to people, and then you compare her to the actual. That one, yo, y'all messed up for that one. Y'all messed up for that one. Y'all can't take a picture of someone who's like angry. She's giving an angry speech and she's like scrunching up her face, and then compare it to the actual model with a more attractive face. Like, that's not fair, bro. No one looks attractive when they're crashing out yelling. I remember Serena. Even though Serena, it makes sense because she's a demon and people was mad about that. But if you know Serena's a half demon, I mean, she could have been more into her human counterpart, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because she is a demon. So if they made her with demon-like features, don't really care because it's still on character, it's still on brand, no matter what they decide to go with that. Same thing with Ashra. Ashra's a half demon. She look a little weird, and I think I even said that back in the day. I think I said Ashra a little ugly, but she's a demon. She's not like fully human yet like she was in Deception, so it makes sense. Bugs, glitches, microtransactions, people being laid off, we getting incomplete games, and y'all worried about breastises? Mortal Kombat back in the day was a lot more, I wouldn't say a lot, the females were a little bit more sexual, but like I said, that goes back to the times. Like, I don't know about the OGs, but as soon as I said that, my mind instantly went to that Jade video. I don't know what it was about, but she was just like, she kept like modeling or some shit. She was just like describing herself. I don't know if it was like some type of dating shit she was doing.
Hi, I'm Jade from Mortal Kombat. You know, saved Earthrealm from evil, yada yada yada. That was tough, but now I'm ready for some real competition. Here, write this down. I'm 36, 24, 36, and I'm a Scorpio. Got it? I've got the brains, the brawn, and the polygons to win this thing, if I have to break every one of you in half to do it. So vote for me, Jade.
MK9, it was like these little short videos. I think it was just Katana, Melina, and Sonya. I don't know if they was cosplayers or models, I don't know, but even as a kid I knew that it was supposed to be like some sexual shit low-key, and I don't really know what that was for. I don't know. If I can find them, I'll put them on the screen, but it was just women in Mortal Kombat outfits modeling, and like they was like zooming in on cleavages and shit. Obviously they knew what they was doing, but I'm just saying, y'all want to go back to this? I'm not saying that I don't be looking. I'm not saying that I don't be looking. I'm just saying I acknowledge it and I just keep it moving. It ain't that deep.
It's like
that be thick as that girl. They like my fault, baby.
MK9, Melina was always rubbing herself. I don't know why, but bro, anytime you see Melina, she's either moaning or rubbing herself. We don't know why, but she was just doing that.
must return with me. There's to be a celebration for my sister. She's going away. Was it good for you?
Melina, win. Melina, win. Flawless victory.
Striker, check her out. What do you think? Friend or foe? Foe. Dressed like that?
Definitely foe.
To me, that's on brand for her. She's the only one that should be doing that. It's Melina. I'm fine with Melina being that. I wish they leaned more into that for Melina, because I think that's just interesting. Bro, it's not like that, bro. It's not like that, bro. But I do think it's interesting to have a character like that. But if they don't, it ain't that deep. Mortal Kombat had that, but that's never been a focal point. Never. Ever, 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 ever. Now, of course, Katana, she's supposed to be like this attractive female. She's a princess from a different world. She's supposed to. Get it. But no matter what, Katana always like, come on, bro. Katana,
she kind of bad though.
This fits perfectly into my discussion, so I had to add it. Katana's in Fortnite now, and people are upset at her design. She's wearing shorts. Bruh. When I first saw it, I ain't gonna lie, I laughed. I thought it was funny, but I get it. I get why these are Mortal Kombat characters, but bro, they're in Fortnite, bro. Like, come on now. The people who get upset at this are the same people that get mad at Fortnite because like, bro, it's a kid's game. So if you recognize that Fortnite's a kid's game, don't you think that it makes sense for Katana to be wearing shorts? Just saying. Just saying. It does look a little funny, and the only reason why is just because I'm used to Katana not wearing that, but you know, that's in Mortal Kombat, not Fortnite, so not that big of a deal. And it don't matter anyway, because that's not who I'm using! We could get some more fans off of this. Now, unfortunately, when we do get some new fans, when they play Fortnite and then they want to play the new Mortal Kombat, they're going to pick up Mortal Kombat 1, which is very unfortunate. They're going to go in with the wrong impressions of the game. That's a topic for a different video. And I'm not saying it's wrong to feel a way about it. Like, you can feel a way. They do certain stuff that I don't like, but it's not in the same way that people are thinking about it. The way I'm thinking about characters' designs, Mortal Kombat 11, a lot of them was armored up. Like, a lot of them have these weird gear pieces. If you want to shit on somebody's design, shit on a lot of Frost designs in MK11, a lot of Cassie's designs in MK11. Like, MK11 has some shitty design. I just think that it's odd for it to be the bane of your existence. To me, that was the charm of MK9. And really that era, it just came out in a time where nobody really gave a fuck. And I kind of miss that era of gaming where every game was being their unapologetic selves. To me, it just allowed for more creativity and allow people to be more free with their ideas. But I face the facts that we're never getting that era back. Prove me wrong though, prove me wrong. I would love to get a Mortal Kombat that leans more into that, not too much. Even though I feel like Mortal Kombat always played a good balance. Mortal Kombat was never super duper edgy like a lot of games that came out in that era. But Mortal Kombat isn't edgy at all anymore. Mortal Kombat 1 is not edgy in the slightest. This was just supposed to be like a simple discussion. I wasn't really going to go over the top editing. Once you start adding some things, because I started adding some things and then I was just like, well, I might as well just go crazy then. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And the reason why I'm saying do better, y'all making us look bad. Gaming now, that might be another discussion too. That might be another discussion video, honestly. But gaming nowadays is cool. People perceive video games as cool now. We don't need none of this. We don't need y'all ruining in this. Okay, our reputation was already stained at first. We are building our reputation back up. Now people think that gaming is like the coolest thing ever. It needs to stay that way. And I'm gonna end it off on this too. Gamers are complaining about all of these things, right? The microtransactions, things being overly priced, things not being fixed. We can't even get the game to work properly. And you think that they about to add a naked mod for y'all? A bikini summer skin pack for y'all? That's what y'all think y'all about to get? We can't even get a complete game in 2025 and y'all worried about this? How you gonna be able to see the skin if the game don't work?
You know, I wore my old outfit just for you.
Ooh, vintage. That's hot.
You're hot. How about a kiss, baby? Works every time.